In 2016, three major IT hubs of India, Bengaluru, Hyderabad and Gurugram, faced severe disruption and losses due to major floods. In 2015, it was Chennai. In 2014, Srinagar. And in 2013, it was Mumbai and Kolkata. Preceded by intense rainfall that offloads all the season's rain in a matter of few days, these floods have become a recurring feature in major cities and pose a great challenge to city planners the world over. Every now and then, a city somewhere is getting inundated, disrupting public transport, electricity, communications, and the urban economy. From 1995 to 2015, floods have affected 2.3 billion people across the world, which accounts for 56% of all those affected by weather-related disasters. The flooding of cities follows a similar script. Rapid and unplanned urbanization, inadequate drainage, poor maintenance and choking of existing drains, encroachment of urban water bodies, inadequate reservoir management systems to cope with extreme rainfall, and ineffective urban flood early warning. In such a context, any weather system, thunderstorm, tropical depression, cyclone, cloudburst, that brings high amount of rainfall quickly floods our cities. Climate change is making it worse.
With climate change, however, the risks are just skyrocketing. The risks of flooding. We're already seeing the frequency and severity of extreme weather events. With a warmer climate, there's more moisture in the air, and the general simplistic pattern that we expect in future is that drier places will get drier and the wet will get wetter.
Mumbai experienced its worst flooding on 26th of July 2005 when it received an unprecedented 944 mm of rain within a span of 18 hours. One of the 8 episodes of heaviest rainfalls ever recorded in the world. Waking up to the need for urgent action, the Government of India, along with the Municipal Corporation of Greater Mumbai, put in place a fact-finding committee to assess the risk factors and recommend future measures. The state spurred into action with a mission. After the 2005 Mumbai floods, the Government of India supported the Brihan Mumbai Storm Water Drainage Project for upgrading the stormwater system. Under this project, 8 pumping stations and 58 different works for upgrading and improving the city's century-old drainage network are being executed.
The key to avoid flooding in Mumbai has been, 1, to ensure that the over 700 kilometers of nalas that we have in Mumbai are kept clean and without encroachments, so that when there is a heavy rain or there is high intensity rainfall, the drains are running to full capacity and water is drained. And the second issue is to ensure that there are pumping stations along the coast of Mumbai, so that when there is a high tide, the gates can be closed and the sea water doesn't enter Mumbai, and on the other hand, the rainwater coming through the drains is pumped out and Mumbai remains flood free.
Surat in Gujarat faced a heavy deluge in 2006. The sudden release of a huge amount of water from the Ukai Dam led to over 80% of Surat going underwater. More than 2 million people were incommunicado, trapped in their houses without food and drinking water for 4 days and nights. This unprecedented flood is a clear example of faulty urban development practices, wherein city plans fail to look at rivers as an integral part of a city's drainage network, allowing the floodplains to be consumed for real estate development. The city's expansion ate into the course of the Tapi River, allowing banks to be illegally encroached by industries, housing colonies and buildings.
In addition, the increased paving of the surfaces has reduced the recharge into the groundwater, and this has caused extra runoff occurring and contributing to the drains and rivers, which in times of heavy rainfall will eventually overflow and cause severe flooding.
Lessons learned from Surat floods were many, but most important was the need for better coordination around management of water. Urban reservoirs too are a significant part of the city landscape. For most part, these reservoirs do not have sufficient water, although there are guidelines for managing them there is generally a tendency on the part of civic authorities to store as much water as possible, releasing it only when the stored quantity poses a risk to the reservoir. Regularly carried out risk assessments and well-monitored systems have led to better management of the reservoirs. Surat's new early warning system is now geared towards informing the public. The lampposts have become indicators of water levels. Now, whenever the Ukai reservoir is close to capacity, a warning is sent to all citizens via SMS 48 hours before any water is released. The municipal corporation has a smartphone app through which anyone can track the inflow and outflow of water at the Ukai reservoir. Also, Facebook pages have been started. In short, a proper disaster management plan has been put in place as per the NDMA Urban Flood Disaster Management Guidelines. While there is a need to shore up real-time urban flood early warning systems, wetlands and urban rivers provide natural drainage for flood waters and hence should be preserved. The degradation of rivers across cities has to be stopped. They have to be desilted regularly. In the last 10 years, the work done along the Mithi River in Mumbai and Sabarmati in Gujarat have transformed their banks. The Central Water Commission has taken up a modernization program that uses sensor-based equipment for data collection, advanced computer modeling and satellites for prompt dissemination of early warning. The Atal Mission for Rejuvenation and Urban Transformation, or AMRUT, launched by the Honorable Prime Minister of India, will play an important role in reducing urban flooding. With clearly laid down objectives of improving water supply, sewerage facilities and septage management, stormwater drains to reduce flooding, pedestrian, non-motorized and public transport facilities, parking spaces and enhancing amenity value of cities by creating and upgrading green spaces, India has started addressing the causes of urban flooding in a comprehensive manner. Urban floods disrupt a city's daily life and also pose a threat to lives and livelihoods of people. If not challenged by quality preparation and response, they can wipe out decades of development gains in a matter of days. Unbridled urbanization and economic growth will make the mechanisms for controlling urban floods even more complex and difficult in the future. The time to act is now.